All right, Monarchs. Welcome to the video for lesson 2.2, solving two-step equations. Okay, so the last lesson we did was solving one-step equations. There's only one thing we needed to do in order to get our variable by itself. Now there's going to be two things we need to do to get our variable by itself. Okay, so we're solving two-step equations. All right, so I'll probably go pretty slow through this lesson. It's incredibly important, and I don't want to go quickly and skip over anything. So there will probably be quite a few videos for these next few lessons. Okay. So let's get started. So at the top, we have 2.2. We are solving two-step equations. I'm going to highlight that two-step. Okay. Just so we know that's the big difference from yesterday or from last lesson. Instead of solving for one, or instead of completing one step to solve for a variable, we have to complete two. Okay, so it says solve the two-step. Well, first, actually, let's look at our rules. See, I was getting ahead of myself. Let's look at our rules. So we're going to remove addition and subtraction first. So we'll do addition and subtraction first. So we'll always remove addition and subtraction first, and then we'll remove multiplication and division last. Okay. All right, so now we have example 1. It says solve the two-step equation by isolating the variable. Remember, isolating just means getting the variable by itself. Okay. I can write that in if you guys want a little practice with that. So isolating the variable is just getting the variable by itself on one side of the equal sign. Okay. So the way that we like to describe these is to help you remember it, and it's kind of just a fun thing. We like to say that imagine that your parents are out of town and you're having people over, and all of a sudden you get a call and your parents are coming home, right? So you need to kick the people out, right? So the first people you need to kick out are the ones that are your friends, right? Because you're saying you have your friend and then you have your lover, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You have your friends and your lover over. Okay, so first you need to kick out your friends. Your friends are not as close to you as your lover, so they're the ones that are not attached to you. They're separated by this plus sign or minus sign, while your lover is the one that's right attached to you. Okay, so first we have to kick out our friends. First we have to remove addition and subtraction first. So the first thing that has to go is this positive 6. Okay, so in order to get that positive 6 out, remember I always start by drawing a line down my equal sign. In order to get that positive 6 out, we need to do the opposite operation. So I'm going to do a minus 6 on both sides. Okay. I'm subtracting 6 on both sides because I needed to move this positive 6 over to the other side of the equal sign. I'm kicking my friends out. My friends aren't attached to me. My parents are coming home, so I have to kick them out first before I kick out what's attached to me, my lover, right? So 10 minus 6 is 4. Bring down my equal sign. Okay. 6 minus 6 is 0. But instead of just bringing down my x, I have a negative 2x now. Okay. So see how this negative 2 is still attached to my x? That means I'm not done. All right, so now I need to kick this negative 2 out. I need to kick my lovers out. Okay, so now I need to think, what is that negative 2 doing to my x? How can I get that negative 2 to the other side of the equal sign? And I know that if there's a number attached to my variable, it is multiplying my variable, right? So in order to kick my lover out, in order to move that negative 2 to the other side of the equal sign, I need to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. Okay, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. So I'm dividing both sides by negative 2. Okay, so negative 2 divided by negative 2 is a positive 1. 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. So I bring down my negative 2 because 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. And my x, so I get the final answer is negative 2. X equals negative 2 or negative 2 equals x. Okay, so that was the first example there. As you can see, we kicked out what was not attached to us first. The 6 was not attached to our variable, so we kicked that out first. In order to move that across the equal sign, we had to subtract it on both sides because it was a plus 6. We had to do the opposite, which is subtraction. Once we got rid of that, we had to get rid of what was attached to us. Us being the variable, negative 2 was what was attached to us. In order to get rid of that, we need to do division because it was multiplying our variable, and the opposite of multiplication was division. So then we divided both sides by negative 2. Okay. All right. So that was the first video for lesson 2.2. Stay tuned for the rest.